Hey everyone, it's me, Cupid83.
And Barbie0913.
And we just came back from the Naperville Doll Show? The Naperville Doll Show. It's been around for a while. We've gone there before. You've seen videos on our past hauls. This is another haul video to share with you. So a little bit about the show. We'll do that first.
First show of the season. Yes.
Yes. The first of like 6 shows total in Illinois.
Dolly heaven.
So yeah, the first show of the season. It was a little like hit or miss there at one point. I'm like, will we have anything to show in this video?
Well, you know, what we really did though, we were trying to think of what we really wanted to look for this time. Mm-hmm. And pretty much, I didn't find anything that was on my list.
There was like 1 or 2 examples of what I was looking for, but they were too expensive to warrant buying. So we ended up with a nice selection of things to show off today that will make our collections even better. But yeah, as far as what was at the show, and this one is held in a hotel, it's not a convention center or anything, it's held in a hotel. They have a good number of vendors, a decent number of vendors.
I think they were a little light on their vendors.
They were, well, some booths were very light on stuff, which I think plays into what you're saying.
Yeah.
But they didn't have a lot of like 60s sketchies, giggles. They really didn't have any of them.
Sasha dolls. One Sasha doll that had a chewed up foot.
It was sad.
It was a sad Sasha. You would need a replacement foot.
Yeah.
They had a lot of Shirley's.
Yeah, a lot of Shirley Temple composition
and a lot of Girl Scout uniform dolls and Brownie uniform dolls. So I thought that was kind of odd. It wasn't just one booth. There were about 3 or 4 booths that had them. So one year we went there were all nun dolls. This year it was Shirley Temple and Scout. So it was kind of interesting.
Yeah, definitely. They had like some Madame Alexanders as you'd expect, but not a lot of booths that were solely Madame Alexanders. It would be like the handful of booths that were, but also then like 1 or 2 would be in this booth.
You know what it was? Each booth had a lot of accessories or things, things that go hand in hand with a doll collection. Yeah, miniatures, mini teddy bears. It was different. We did see that one, really expensive dolls, and it said do not touch on there. The Maggie's.
Oh, the Maggie Iocano.
And the other guys.
And
our John Wright stuff. Pretty dolls.
So pretty. I want a Maggie Iocano doll so badly. Like, you don't even know. Like, I followed her forever on, like, email and social media and all that stuff. But
beautiful.
I want one. They're just so expensive. So expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was lots of stuff where I'd be like, well, if you want all of my money for the month that I make, I could buy you. Or if you want 6 months of my paychecks,
right,
I could buy you.
There were a lot of club tables where they probably put all their stuff in just to go through their things and decide to sell things and then probably put it towards a charity maybe, or their dues. I'm not quite sure. I'm not part of a doll club, but there were
we're
a
loners.
few. Yeah, we're loners. There were a few tables that were doll club tables. They had a lot of things, but just, I guess I'm looking more for the 60s kind of stuff.
Or Barbies.
Yeah.
And it's never, the show is never heavy on Barbies. So if you are solely a Barbie collector, you may find 1 or 2 little things you like, but this is not a show for Barbies.
Though there were girls that had ball jointed dolls and were hunting through Barbie bins to look for clothing, which is unusual.
There were BJD collectors there. There was actually a wig vendor, which was great. I think one of the forums was also there. And then they also had the reborn community there. So while there weren't any people really selling reborns, there's like this whole clan of people that go take their reborns and their strollers and hang out together.
Well, there was that one table at the end that had dolls that...
Some were Ashton Drake, though, weren't they?
Well, but they were still supposed to be a reborn doll. They were pretty realistic, and if you touched them, they felt real.
Yeah.
But even if we didn't find anything, one of the number one things we wanted to do was to get a couple dolls restrung. It's a lot easier if you can go to a show and have somebody restring your doll right there instead of sending it out to Florida or wherever the case may be.
Praying that it arrives to where it should arrive.
Yes.
Undamaged.
And I worry about my Gregor because he was my first Sasha, so I brought him to get him restrung.
And so in that same vein, I did bring one of my Sashas that I got at a doll show a few years ago that was in dire need of stringing.
Yeah.
So she can move her arms now.
Yes, he can. Before, if I held him over, he would be like, his head would be down here, his legs would be down there. Yeah, he was doing a back bend. So I got him done, and I got him done affordably. I didn't have to pay shipping, didn't have to worry, I didn't have to put insurance down. So that was the number one thing. So we kind of geared all our time towards waiting for our dolls to be restrung.
Yeah, and so if you do go to the show and you go with the intention of getting something restrung, try to hit up that booth first. Get your doll in line.
Yes.
Because it did take a while to get these two done.
Because there was somebody in front of it that was a little more difficult.
Yeah.
There is a place to eat if you wanted to eat. We're not used to the hotel kind of function of it. I'm used to King County more.
Yeah.
So I always forget that there is a place to eat if you wanted to leave the room.
Which is why it's nice for meetups, I think. That's probably why like the Reborn people go and like the BJD people were there. It is probably a nice space to just meet up. So this show runs twice a year. The next time will be in like June-ish, I think, sometime around there. We'll put it on a title somewhere. But we did pick up some stuff. So is there something you wanted to show?
Well, one of my first things was I just wanted to get a Barbie. Yes, Dolly Nudity. I'll hide her bits. Just so I could have another doll to just clean up. Usually after a doll show, we sit there and we're cleaning up dolls and washing hair, and we spend a lot of time doing that. This year I really don't have very many things to do at all. I think I just have to do her and get her hair done. But, I'm looking for affordable mod time, the mod ones.
This is Lexi saying, this is my toy.
Yes, that's your
my
toy,
elephant.
Lexi. Okay. So I just picked her up. She was really cheap, so it was a good thing to do. Yeah.
There were very few things that I wanted and was like, oh, I need to get this. So I ended up picking up a few smaller things. There was a teen skipper that was like $4. So I was like, I'll get that. And then there was a Malibu skipper, and she was a little more money, but I only have one Malibu, surprisingly, in my collection. So I picked her up. So they're going to be cleaned and get some outfits eventually. But the outfits for her were like twice the price of the actual doll. So I was like, no, thank you.
Because there weren't as many that came out.
I have to have one. Like, I have to have a teen skipper outfit somewhere. So I got these two.
I went past a booth that had this really cool Barbie bike, and I thought, wow, this is really strange. It's really cool, but it's really strange. And then, of course, she told me, oh, you attach it to your bike, and then you have a Barbie riding her bike while you're riding your bike. And then I thought, okay, now that makes it really cool. And it was only $1. So how can you go wrong with that? Maybe someday I'll get a bike and I can go put her on there. Yeah. But it's really cool. I'm like, this is really strange.
It is. It's one of those weird
I
Barbie
like
things.
that. I like things that are related to the doll, but just off to the right.
So then her legs must go in here so she won't fall off when
legs
you're
go
riding.
through there. That's right. And these spin so
That's
that
so cute.
I thought it was cute.
And for $1, you can't go wrong for that.
For $1. There were lots of booths that they had half-price tables, and they had, what was the one, the charity one?
Oh, they have a booth that's just a bunch of freebies, and you could take stuff from the table, and then if you wanted to leave a tip or donation, you could put it in the box, and that goes to the UFDC, United Federation of Doll Collectors. Yeah. Just for whatever they do.
And they had like magazines or books. So
fabrics.
You might, and fabric, so you could find something that you could use for something else.
Yeah.
So.
It's an interesting table. They didn't have anything like that I wanted this year, but they're there all the time.
And I'm looking for things like clothes for Francie and shoes. My dolls desperately need shoes because I never saved any of my shoes.
Don't they all?
Yeah, I know. Barefooted community, that's it.
Yeah. So I picked up an outfit for Skipper. It's this raincoat here and the hat and the galoshes. Super cute. It was a battle to get her arms into it. And the fabric itself is not really movable, so she can't really move her arms while as she's wearing this. But I love it. And I love especially that the hat matches the raincoat here. It's just so cute. I want a little hat to go with my raincoat. Instead of a hood, I want a hat.
Well, kids used to do that all the time.
And then the galoshes. She has shoes.
I received a Baldwin Adele at Christmas time, and I took her with much to somebody pushing me, saying, bring her and try wigs on and do this stuff. Buy clothes for her.
For your own good.
Right. Well, she didn't have any really cool clothes of her own, so I found this dress, and it is by
We Designs.
We Designs.
They're an Etsy shop, by the way.
They have really nice dresses, really nicely made dresses. They have like a little lining in there. It's really pretty. I mean, really gorgeous stuff. And she's a USD size, so I needed to find something, and some things were too slim for her, but then they also had USD chunky, and she is chunky, so she needed something chunky. So she ended up with a new dress, and there was a wig vendor there with, they did a lot of the pop color kind. If you ever went to ASEN.
Like an anime convention.
Yeah. They had ones, well, one year they had ones that you could get yourself wigs, and then you could get your doll a really cool wig. Well, they had a normal color wig, and it actually fits her. So she got a new wig. And she looks so different with her new wig.
She looks so cute.
So now she has a nice outfit, and I'm very happy with her outfit.
It's adorable. She's like a new person.
She is a new person. And the people that sold this also sold Ashton Drake the Little Monkeys. I need to get him a new diaper. His kind of deteriorated, so I need to find him either panties or make a little diaper for him. But it's really cute for the little ball joint adults to have a little monkey friend, so I thought that was kind of cute.
So cute.
Yeah.
So my biggest purchase of the day is one that I typically don't buy at shows, but the price was right, so I ended up picking it up. So I picked up this ball jointed doll here. She's super cute. She is just labeled Elf BJD. I don't see marking anywhere, so who knows who makes her, but what I like is the cool ears, the green skin, and like the really cool face up that's on here.
Her
She's, like,
eyelashes,
her
too.
lashes are like done really well and like styled. And then like the green lips. You could tell that there was thought put into the face up. And I haven't bought myself a BJD in at least over a year, if not 2 years, because the last ones I bought were for her. So, like, I haven't added to my BJD collection in quite some time.
No, your dad bought me those.
Well, yes, I helped with the, securing them. So what I just thought it was really cool. And I'm always kind of impartial to the green-skinned BJDs.
And her blush is really pretty.
Yeah, they did a good job.
It goes really nice.
It's just really cool looking, and I don't have to change the eyes because I think they're perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also ended up, because I didn't want her to be naked, buying a dress from the same vendor that my mom just talked about, the We Design. So she got a dress.
Yeah. It's really cute. It goes with her skin. I adore it.
And it came with panties and socks and things. So this was my big purchase of the day. It's one of the only things in the room where I was like, no, that's really good, and then went back to it, and then went back to it. So quite nice. Even though I don't know who made it, I don't care. I like it.
That's right. You don't care. And from that clothing vendor, she had Sunspots, which is a Tonner doll. It was made at a convention, I believe. And the spaceship for really a reasonable price. Super reasonable. And I guess she came out in May of 2007, and it was their little Martian line, and I think it's so cute. Her arms they're not articulated, but her legs are, and she's just so adorable. She goes right with you. See, mommy.
They do match.
She doesn't look like she wants a daughter, but that's okay. But she's adorable, and I've seen this on eBay, and I could never really tell how big everything was on there, but I thought it was neat that it came all together.
Yeah, that's just the UFO is really cool.
Yeah.
One of those weird things Tonner tried at one point.
Let's not get started there. And then there's a man that always has a booth of dolls. I think he was a distributor at one point, and he's gone lower and lower on his prices. And Cupid has a Behringer baby in pink and the little girl. And I've always wanted this tiny one, So I picked it up because it was half price off, and I thought it was cute, and now I bought something from him, so I don't have to feel bad.
Checked that off.
I did. It's so cute, though. It's a cute little baby. So I like that.
Last but not least, we stopped by one of the booths, and they had the weirdest thing on display, and it was like, what is this? So do you remember Ava Stars? It was a short-lived, customizable doll company that was out in like 2014 to 2015. I don't think the company even existed for more than a year. I think they shut their doors about 8 or 9 months into their run. There were 3 different locations as far as I know, but we'll talk more about that later. But this is Ava Stars, and these were just sitting open on a booth, and we were just like, what is that? Like, why are they missing a face?
They're missing a face. I don't know. It's strange.
Right. So the concept of Ava Stars was you'd go to a kiosk in your mall, you'd get a 3D scan done of your face, and then a few weeks later you'd get your doll, and where this blank spot is, you would have something similar to your face. And there were different careers and things, gymnast, ninja, all this stuff.
Fireman.
Veterinarian, rock star. So you would do this, but apparently the company liquidated really quick. So the whole concept was not to be.
I guess you had to wait a long time before you got your face for your doll.
But 3D printing technology is only getting better, so I have a feeling that things like this will eventually be less costly to do. Because we saw this with Macy's. Macy's was super popular, and they folded for what I'm assuming is the similar reason, like cost and time, you know?
Yeah. But people were buying them to use the outfits for Barbies. I just think it's kind of really cool.
Yeah.
And it came with really nice animals in this one. That's the vet.
Yeah. I mean, you don't even really notice she doesn't have a face until you do.
You could just take a paper and put a little face, print out a face, and put it on there. Or if you were really good, you could mold something.
Yeah, clay and stuff.
Yeah.
If we knew how to do that, we could probably make a
we
really
don't.
cool face.
We don't.
They'll probably honestly just stay like this. But this is, it's unique.
It is. It's different.
You know, there are very few companies that do the 3D customizing.
She has a comb, she has a stand. I mean, she seems like she's a well-made doll, too.
And I remember these when they were out and about. Unfortunately, we didn't go to the one store in Illinois that had this kiosk, the one mall that had it. We didn't end up going there. So.
It's probably expensive, too, though.
And
that's it. I'm done.
Yeah, that's everything that I picked up as well. So as you can see, like, it's... Like, I feel like usually we do a larger variety of things, but we also, like, usually find more deals. Like, I don't think we found a huge... Like, I don't think we got a lot of deals, as in, ooh, that's way cheaper than it should be. Let's pick it up.
No.
So this was not one of those kinds of shows.
And I do have issue with when you have a table full of dolls and you want to sell them. I think it's nice if you kind of clean their faces a little bit, because you're not charging rock bottom prices for me to do that. And if you're going to charge a higher price, at least clean out their faces a little bit or comb their hair. We did see one person who had 2 my child dolls, but they were both blonde again. I wanted to work on one and fix it up and clean it, but I want one that's a different color hair than the blonde.
We have a lot of blonde or ashy blonde.
So I didn't even go there and get them. But I'm happy. I'm happy with the little Martian. I'm happy with the baby. I'm happy with the clothes and the wigs.
Yeah, I'm happy with my purchases too. Like, I feel like on the Skipper front, I got, you know, all those things covered. Skipper has a new outfit. There's some new bodies I can mess with. And like I said, like, while BJDs are hard to spend money on at doll shows because they're more money, I feel like in this case, it was a pretty good deal. I don't have to spend money on face-up. She already has an outfit now.
She was cheaper than dolls, ball jointed dolls that were this tall and that tiny. So a whole lot cheaper than they were.
Right, yeah, and it's cheaper than if I were to go online today and buy one new.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with this as well.
She's like my Bumblebee.
She is. She's very similar to like Resin Soul Bumblebee. One of those. But that's it. Did you go to the Naperville show? If you did, what did you get? What did you find?
And the Naperville show is always reasonably priced to get in, $5, and you can enter a raffle for a gift card, and parking is free.
Yeah, so lots of fun stuff. Let us know what you think of all of this in the comment area, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.